Good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk Stroke. And I am your host and stroke survivor, Jerry Wald. Thought my volume was off. Nice to see you, Bill. Um, I started doing the show to bring awareness to stroke, TBI, brain injury, aphasia, um, and also bringing on guests that they can share their journeys from all across the world. Really, literally across the world. People from Finland, from boy, Europe, UK, and the United States, and also bringing on experts in brain health so they can share their knowledge with all of us to learn about it. So anyway, thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it, and I really wanted to talk about the stroke victories that really no one sees. I mean, that's a to me that's a big thing because let's talk about goals that after a stroke redefining our success. Um, like goals change after stroke, and that's not a failure. It's growth. Like how your goals look before your stroke and after. Uh, and I'd like you guys to make comments, um, ask questions. If I don't know it, I'll look it up or I'll find it. Um, but learning this, for me, was a big one. Learning to set small and realistic flexible goals. I started going back to therapy, um, physical therapy, and I'm now going to occupational and speech therapy. I don't think I have a problem with it, but okay, talking to my wife, why not? My insurance pays for it. Why don't you go to speech therapy? Because, you know, I think I talk fine, but I end up talking too fast. I recorded myself on my therapist did that. She recorded me, and then I listened back. It's like, wow, I guess I do need it. So why I want, like why I want to walk to the mailbox. That can be as powerful as I want to run again. Ah, I'm okay with that, not running again. The importance of daily goals is important. Not just long-term ones, little goals, small goals. Giving yourself permission to change without feeling guilt. I hope that makes sense. So my goals didn't get smaller after my stroke; they actually got more meaningful. Um, Setbacks, it's okay. I have my setbacks. I don't know if you guys do. So when progress feels like it's going backwards, setbacks are just part of recovery, not a sign that you're failing. Do you understand that? Hopefully, you guys uh, do that. Anyway, let's go back here, you guys. Let's see. Um, Good morning. I don't have my glasses, so I appreciate. Let's see. I appreciate all you, Tammy, Brad, Catherine. Let's see, Colleen. I'm just seeing the ones that are on my screen. Catherine. Uh, I'm looking here. Sorry, Bill. Um, Listen, thank you guys for being here, and I appreciate you all being here. Feel free, ask questions. Really, I may not have the answer, but you guys may have the answer, and you can um, chime in. So, Catherine, I see your comment here. Some days just getting through a day is a victory. You know what? I 100%. Bill, 5 months post stroke, and finally able to stagger around with a walker. You know what? I just want to say something completely. This has happened to me. I don't know how you guys are. Uh, I'm. Good morning, there, Shane. Um, I if you haven't checked it out, Shane, Upstroke Podcast. Check it out on YouTube. Talk about inspiring. Um, okay, I have to admit it. The other day, I wasn't going to say anything. You know, when you have a stroke, I think you understand. I was going into our spare bathroom. I mean, should I even say it? I tripped over the carpet. I mean, looking back, I'm thinking, wow, what an idiot. I tripped over a carpet, then I know I've done the carpet thing. I don't know if you guys feel that or have that happen. I fell over tripped over the carpet. Guess where I ended up? In the bathtub. I, okay, I can't get in the bathtub. I have a walk-in shower in our bedroom. I fell over and into the bathtub. I mean, I was going to say, if you could feel my thigh, and I have physical therapy again today, not good, way not good. Um, anyway, that's just another thing. So anyway, going back to, and I feel like, yeah, what did I do? So anyway, so going back to some of these talking points I want to talk about is the emotional setbacks, frustration, grief. I know, anger and fear, or let's go anger or fear. Um, don't do this, please. Comparing yourself to others, your old self. I mean, I did that in the beginning. How setbacks can change your confidence. I mean, please comment on that. Learning that healing. I mean, this is so true. Healing is not a straight line, not at all. So a setback doesn't erase progress. It reveals how far you've already come. Wow, that's pretty powerful to me, and I hope it is for you. The invisible battles people don't see. That's really what this is all about. Put my arm up here. The hardest challenges after stroke are literally invisible. Mental fatigue or brain fog, speech. This is me. Speech. I think it is like me. You guys feel free to comment on that. Speech or word finding struggles. Oh, that's a tough one. Mental fatigue or brain fog. Another one. I'm just talking about all of us. Memory issues, anxiety, depression, or loss of identity. Is that, can anybody relate to that? Um, Feeling misunderstood by people who say, but you, I mean, who is not saying that? But you look fine. Those are some of the hardest challenges after stroke don't show up on the outside. Wow. I mean, really celebrating what the world might overlook. Victories don't have to be loud to be life changing. First steps, first word, first drive, first outline, first outing alone. Oh, I remember that. I remember that. I was scared to death. Does anybody feel that? You know, yes. Um, Good morning, Zane. If I missed you, Kevin, I know. Kevin, I know. I follow Shane. Good. Yeah, Bill. Really. Um, I feel the same. All this stuff that I'm talking about, it's really, I mean, when I first went out alone, I actually pulled over the side of the road, the freeway. I thought I was having a seizure because I'm, yeah, good at those. So I felt I was having a seizure. So I pulled over and I wasn't. I thought I felt my foot was, when I have a seizure, typically my foot starts and then it goes all up to my body. But anyway, that's what I thought, first outing alone, getting through a hard day without giving up. I mean, these are pretty powerful points here, aren't they? Um, Asking for help when you used to avoid it. I mean, in the family, I can say that. I can do that. But, out and about, I'm not a one to ask for help. Getting through the day, a hard day without giving up, right? Asking for help, that was what I used to do. Well, therapy, but learning patience with yourself. Is that not true? Learning patience with yourself. Um, Choosing hope on a difficult day. Um, so my victories, they may be quiet. And I don't know if you guys feel that. My victories may be quiet, but they're powerful. What stroke teaches us about life. Stroke changes how we see strength, success, and resilience. Um, Strength. looks different now, but that's okay. I want to keep saying, do you feel that way? Rest, like fatigue is not a weakness. Progress is personal because we want to, recover however we can. Gratitude for what still works. Becoming, becoming kinder to yourself. I wasn't really that kind to myself. So if you guys are really listening here and you feel stuck, tired, discouraged, your story is not over. You're still becoming. Um, it's like goals, grit, and grace. It's life after stroke. We have to really get into Mr. Limo. And you wonder why I'm going back to speech therapy, occupational therapy, and all that. John Lewis, hipster. Yes. Um, I would be rich. I'm reading these comments here. I should start bringing them up here. Thank you, Kat. Yes, I'd be rich that I have seen this. You look the same. I'm, you know, I appreciate it. And Lindora, if I missed you, I apologize. Um, I apologize. But anyway, I hope you got something out of that. I really appreciate you guys being here, making comments. Shane Upstroke podcast, check them out. Every time I knock something over or drop my cane, I have to yell, "I'm okay," or my wife. I know. You know what? I agree with you. I was in the shower this morning. Well, of course I am. When I was in the shower this morning and I dropped the body thing, whatever, and it smashed and the thing broke. Oh my gosh, a big scream. Are you okay? Wow. I hesitated about um I hesitated about what do you call it? Oh, there we are again. I hesitated about saying something or trying to pick it up. It's tough. Yeah, John, right. Focus, refocus, restart. I love it. Love it. Catherine, this is good. I'm trying to staying home alone was a big one for me. Uh, yeah, same here. And that's why my wife Barb is working on the house completely because I've had seizures, and when I hit the number to call her, I couldn't talk, but she knew something's up, so she had to leave work, and it's about an hour and 20 minutes to one way. So yeah, it's tough. I mean, all those things. I'm the same. You are the same. I mean, we are. Um, I think we're all kind of like feeling the same way. It's tough. I don't know if some of you were late. Um, but I just want to go back and say, goals after a stroke, redefining success. Right? Goals they change after a stroke. Our goals, and that's not a failure. That's really actually growth. Um, so love to know how your goals look before and after stroke. We love to know that. Learning to set small, realistic, and really flexible goals. Because I, I thought I could do things when I couldn't do it. So learning to set those goals. Why, like I said earlier, why want to walk to the mailbox? And that's still a tough one. I don't want to trip and fall. Then that's not going to be you know. So I mean, that's pretty powerful. You're just walking in the mailbox. People don't think, my mailbox. I can actually see it down there. It's probably about 50 to 100 feet away, and just going there is like a pretty awesome thing. Um, so, Stephen, nice to see you. Working on a couple new projects. Love to know what they are. Please share if you can, or they're not really. Okay, I said I'm going. I do want to mention too is um, my goals didn't get smaller after my stroke, but they got more meaningful. It's like when you think you're going backwards, which I've had my setbacks. I'm repeating myself, breaking my hip, right? John's hipster. I I went backwards, but it's a part of recovery. It's not saying um, you're failing. Um, it hits hard. I don't know how you guys feel, but days when symptoms come back or fatigue is hard. Um, Emotional setbacks. I mean, I keep my excuse me, I keep myself busy because of that. Because I can get myself, a setback. Like a setback doesn't erase your progress. It reveals how far you've actually came. So I that's don't compare yourself either, and don't compare yourself to I know, okay, is it harder to do? Um, how far do you figure that's gross? Growth, growth. Oh, um, morning, Kimberly. Whoa, like even these comments coming up, I'm looking. It just, you know, um, working on a few projects. Jerry. Okay, how do you figure that's a growth? Oh, let's see. Uh, well, let's see. Emotional setbacks. Compare yourself to others. Don't do that. It's not a good one. Let's see. What was the one? I forgot, Jerry. Sorry. You know, you know how I am. I forget things, even if I wrote them down. Um, I'm a twin. Awesome. Oh, I didn't mention if you do get something out of this, please hit the like button on my YouTube channel. Let's Talk Stroke and hit subscribe. Um, anyway, Catherine, one step forward, two steps back are still steps. Absolutely. Kimberly, I am happy and doing well. I hope you are as well. Thank you, Kimberly. Nice to see you. Um, have a Wii system gaming using the Wii Fit to what I know I used actually that in my therapy at one of my therapies. Let's see, I've forgotten. Jerry, we'll chat about that because I know I get confused pretty easy. So looking for a walker to increase my strength and endurance to get rid of my wheelchair. No more wheelchair. I have one, but no. But anyway, those some of the things that I do work on. So my goals, like I said, my goals didn't get smaller after my stroke; they got more meaningful. Um, Setbacks are part of your recovery, not that you're failing. I hope that says anything. And I'm trying to, Jerry, I'm trying to figure it out. Can you, um, let's see, I forgot. Goals didn't change after my stroke, and that's not a failure, it's growth. Right. Goals change after a stroke. That's not a failure, it's growth. How's that growth? Oh, because you're setting your goals. You're at least you're setting your goals. Good morning, Lynette. Does that make sense? I hope it did. Um, I know, I know. But anyway, I just want to know, like, just talk about we have a show Thursday with a few of us that we're gonna have a round table, and so we'll all be on the screen and we'll chat about some things that we're feeling and what some of the other folks out there, and we want everybody to join in on that. And if you do want to be on that sometimes, feel free to send me a message. Change. Yeah. So thank you, Stephen. I'm reading that, and Lynette, I'm praying for you there. as always, let's see. Ja- Jerry, I'm still trying to figure it out. So when progress feels like it's going backwards, setbacks are part of your recovery. You're not failing. Does anybody? I'm raising my hand. I do feel that way. I've had my share of, for my, um, what is it? For my going backwards, it's really it's just those setbacks I've had. Um, Breaking my hip. I know you're probably sick of me saying that, but that's true because if you felt what I felt with this with the hip, and the other day falling in a bathtub. I mean, who does that? I did it. Oh, it's not fun. But that's what I was talking about there. So that's what I was worried about because I couldn't get out, and I'm trying to yell, "Barb!" That was not fun. Um, but okay, if Jerry, anybody else, excuse me, see that comment, please respond. But I do appreciate you guys being here. And again, if you haven't um, felt any setbacks, I would love to know what setbacks you had, just to see where we all are with that. Some people say they don't have any setbacks. Well, really? Do you see? I don't know if you can see it. There it is. Oh, you can't see it now, but that's part of the thing. When I hit my leg and my head in the bathtub. Okay, I mean, how dumb is that? Well, you know, I say it too a lot. Stroke is not for the weak, and that's what I'm trying to think where else bruised. But anyway, that was quite the journey there. Got change my timeline. Okay, so let's think. What else was I chit chatting about here? That was I talked about the setbacks, which to me that was a big one there for me. Um, um, this one, huge one. I would love to hear why you felt. So, some of the hardest challenges after my stroke, after your stroke, don't show up on the outside, right? I mean, how many people say you look fine? Well, that was kind of crazy. You know, victories don't have to be loud to be life changing. You know, like, do you remember your first step walking? I do. Do you remember the first word that came out of your mouth? I can't remember the word, but I can remember that when I started to talk. Oh my gosh, I know it was completely not right. Um, and this was a big one because I saw a lot of comments on this. Um, the first time you went out alone. Well, do you do you feel that? Does anybody do you remember that? I mean, uh, yes, I Lenore, I see that, and Lynette, that's right. I know. Yeah, please keep us posted on your search. I really want to know about that. Pretty pretty amazing. So the first time you went out alone. I mean, this one. Getting through a hard day without giving up. You know, yeah. What about asking for help? Are you okay with asking for help without when you used to do it? Well, when you used to avoid it, that was huge for me. I mean, learning patience with yourself, choosing hope on a difficult day, choosing hope on a difficult day. What does stroke teach us about life? Well, stroke changes how we see strength, success, and resilience. I mean, what is like strength? Strength looks different now. I, but that's okay. And I know I talk to a lot of you, and if I don't talk to you, I mean, rest is not a weakness. Nah. I mean, even after, I know a lot of you guys are post-stroke way past me. I'm 15 post, and I still have fatigue, but that's not a weakness, you know. And another one, progress. It's really personal. Gratitude for what still works. You got to be kind to yourself. I mean, I think so. Yeah. Jerry, you say that? Okay. I'm with you on that. I mean, I'm looking here. Have not gone out alone. Upstroke podcast and Mr. Chapman. I still don't like going out alone. I'm with you. I know. I still get nervous too, but like today, I have my physical therapy. As some of you like to say, um, physiotherapy. Um, so, Jen, thank you for being here. Um, I like, I don't like asking for help if I don't have to, but stroke has shown me that's okay to ask for help. I agree. Asking for help is not a weakness. Absolutely, it's not. Um, I agree. I agree. And that's why I'm going back to speech therapy. Even though I think I'm totally fine, my wife says, no, you need to go. I'm not in a mean way, but and so why not? I'm going. It's you know I'm going that, but again, strength does look different than how it used to be, and that's totally fine. And but Colleen, 15 months post strokes, I had to learn. I'm gonna bring this up here, Colleen, because I'm just bringing it up here because I can. 15 months post stroke, I had to learn to walk in the snow. I live in Michigan and I did it. Gosh dang it. Good for you. Awesome. Good stuff. I used to live in the snow. I lived in New York for many years. And then I'm in Austin, Texas, a little outside town. But anyway, yeah, I don't know how you feel. My whole right side, that's affected. Had a hemorrhagic stroke. It is definitely, what do you call that? Oh, I'm a complete disaster in the cold in my because of my right side. Start shaking. I can't move that great. Um, um, yeah, Stephen, I do. Excuse me. Yeah, I go all the time if I can when it's. I mean, I mean, co-pays and all that stuff. No, and even that may be an issue, but I do. Um, um, anyway, yeah. So nice. I like that. Okay, guys, look at this. Okay, I live in Hawaii, no snow. Of course you do. Nice. Good for you. That's awesome. But anyway, that's kind of what the stroke victories that no one sees. That's really what this topic today was about. Um, and that's really what I thought of because people were telling me I get a lot of people that reach out and say, "Can you talk about this? Can you talk about that?" So like goals after stroke, re, re, redefining success, right? Goals change after a stroke, right? It's not a failure, it's growth. You know, how did your how did your goals look before and after your stroke? That's why I want to like I said in the beginning, I may have said it 2 times, walking to the mailbox. That was one of the goals. But the problem is, I see the thing, and I get worried. Does anybody get like that? Okay, go to the mailbox. If I fall, it's not going to be a good thing. I wear an AFO still. Uh, I didn't for a long time, but I did. I did for a while. But no, yeah, in the beginning I wore it, but then after I kind of got better and didn't need the AFO, but I walked not good anyway. Then fell, broke my hip again. If you heard this a ton of times, sorry. And then back in the AFO and still on it, in it. So I want to get back out of it, and I know I want to. I will, matter of time. So uh, peace, Yvonne. There's why. There's Yvonne, and I'm not sure where everybody's from. I do know where some of you are from. Bill, obviously, is Hawaii. Yvonne, why there is in Athens, Greece. Thank you for being here. I know you probably, well, it really doesn't matter, but if you showed up late, that's okay. I'm really happy that you did. That's nice to be here, just to show up, say hi, and this stroke. That's yeah. I know my cane is like right there, and I'm just so hesitant to go back to using my cane because I had another fall, which in the beginning I told you, this dumbest thing, tripping over the carpet in the spare bathroom. And I know I shouldn't, you get overconfident. I don't know how many people get overconfident and say, I can do that. I fell in the spare bathroom, carpet in there, a thick one, fell. Guess what? I ended up in the bathtub. I couldn't get out. It took me 15, 20 minutes to get out of there with my wife's help, trying to, get my leg over. It's just a complete disaster. But I did. And here I am with a complete sore leg. It's getting better. It was a bump here, and that's where my oh, so dumb. But you have those falls, and if you guys have had them, it's not the funnest thing to go through. There you are, Robin Martinez. Nice to see you. I know. Who else has had falls? I'd love to know if you were. I was gonna say something dumb, but anyway, I've had some serious falls, and it's not fun. Painful ones. Yes. Who has had falls? So I trip over a color change in the flooring. Yeah, I know. Oh, and I want to talk about one thing. Who can know? We had a house built, and I I know no one else does, but since I had a stroke, and I think stroke, TBI, people that have had some kind of brain injury, I I can tell when the floor is uneven or some kind of thing in the floor, like it's not even. Does anybody feel like that? Because I do. Like I went 10 right. I'm with you there. Um, oh, Yvonne, I'm with you about that. I know 100% do I. Good seeing you and enjoy your oh gosh, sorry, um, safari park. But anyway, yeah, I'm with you there. Falls due to seizure. I know. I've I I know. Who else has seizures? Seizures and falls. I'm raising my hand because it's me. Um, that's me. I do that. I want to say all the time, but when I get a little overconfident, then it's me having those falls. I'm telling you, I know when I'm falling. It's slow motion. Slow motion when you're falling. I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna, um, yeah, right. Yvonne, wow. Uh, yes, my hands up also. I'm not laughing at it, but I kind of am because we all know. I think we all know the feeling of falling down. It's slow motion. I'm trying to brace myself, but I can't. Uh, Stephen, I know. Gosh, yeah, good. I mean, seriously, good for you. No seizures, because that's another thing that's I actually had a I don't know who's was with me a long time ago. This probably I can't think how long. Maybe during COVID time. Was on a show. I was doing this a show. Um, I can't think if I was by myself or not. I started to have a seizure, but it wasn't my typical ones on my leg. Starts shaking and then goes up to my here. I stand up right away and I'm good to go. I had a seizure, a grand mal seizure. I couldn't talk. I could feel myself mumbling. I couldn't talk. This is what I did. I have a little thing here. I went like that, so no one could see me. And then I couldn't talk. That was it. I just dialed my wife's number just to let her know this is not good. So that's what happened there. So yeah, I know we had the same one right here. Well, um, I had a hemorrhagic stroke as well, and so did you, Yvonne. Why? Um, there you go. But um, let's see. There was a yes on the falls, yes on the slow motion. Boyd, yeah, isn't that crazy? We all feel that same thing. It's you know. Okay, Lindor, have a great rest of your day. And you know what? I appreciate you guys being here. And I hope you get something out of this. It's called the stroke victories that no one sees. We see it. So, guys, have a great day. And today is Tuesday. Thursday, we have what panel? We have a panel of guests on here that we're going to talk about some things. So, join us there. And if you hadn't, YouTube, let's talk stroke. So, um, um, yes. All right, Robin, you guys, everybody here, I appreciate you guys being here. And uh, um, we'll chat again. But I appreciate you guys being here. Really means a lot. So,